Watch this footage, guys, just taken before the crash. Everything was so normal at that time. Hello guys, I am come up with a very sad news today. Brazil's Chapecoense football team in Colombia plane crashed on 29th November 2016. According to reports, a plane carrying 77 people, including a top Brazilian football team, has crashed on its approach to the city of Medellin in Colombia. Colombia's civil aviation body says only 6 people survived the crash, blamed on an electrical fault. The chartered aircraft flying from Brazil via Bolivia was carrying members of the Chapecoense team. The team had been due to play in the final of the Copa Sudamericana against Medellin team Atletico Nacional. Organisers say Atletico Nacional has asked for Chapecoense to be awarded the cup. Brazilian clubs have offered to lend players to them for free for the next year. Colombian aviation officials said there were 21 journalists on board. The plane lost contact with ground controllers as it approached Medellin at about 22:15 after the period reported an electrical fault. It came down in a mountainous area and got crashed. At least 2 of the survivors are footballers. They were confirmed to be defender Alan Russell and reserve goalkeeper Jackson Fallman. Some reports suggest another defender, Hilo Neto, was also rescued. Goalkeeper Marcus Padilla, also known as Danilo, was pulled alive from the wreckage, but a spokesman said he later died in hospital. The sports network Telemundo reporters tweeted in Spanish that Russell was in shock but conscious and talking and had asked to keep his wedding ring and to see his family. Last week, it became the first Brazilian team in 3 years to make it to the final of Copa Sudamericana, South America's second most important club competition, after beating Argentina side San Lorenzo. The Brazilian president Michel Temer announced 3 days of national mourning, and top Spanish clubs Real Madrid and Barcelona held a minute's silence at the beginning of their practice session. Chapecoense's vice president Yvonne Tojo told cable channel Sport TV, "There are a lot of people crying in our city. We could never imagine this. Chapecoense is the biggest reason for joy here." It was not the first sporting plane crashes. We have seen others also in earlier days. In September 2011, 36 players, coaches and officials from Russia ice hockey team Lokomotiv died in a crash northeast of Moscow. In April 1993, a crash in Libreville, Gabon kills 18 players from Zambia's male national football team. In October 1972, members of a Uruguayan rugby club were among 29 people who died in a crash in the Andes and in the subsequent freezing conditions. In February 1958, 8 players from English champions Manchester United are among the 29 victims of a crash in Munich.